The proper way to hit a forehand volley, the first thing you do, the backswing, is a shoulder turn. The second move is you fall towards the ball.
Hello, Dominic from BMT, and I made an analyze of the Wimbledon final between Federer and Djokovic in 2019. I analyzed the volley part because for me the way of teaching has changed for the forehand, the backhand and the serve, but the volley for me has stayed behind. If I watch the videos on internet biggest tennis websites, they are still talking about shoulder or unit or body turn and stepping into the ball. Even ex-number one players are still convinced and explaining and teaching that way. As you can see in my videos, I'm not a big fan of that method. So let's check out how many times you can really do that shoulder turn and stepping in or falling into the ball on a real match on pro level. So in the final they played 422 points, which Federer served 203 times and Djokovic 219 times, and of the 219 times Djokovic never did a serve and volley, not even one time, where Federer of the 203 times he did it 15 times, and of that winning 13 times that point, which is 87% of the times he went to the net he won. If we check out the times they were in the position to play a volley, then we can see that Federer was 29 times at the net and Djokovic 15 times, when Federer won 20 of the 29 times, which is 69%, almost 70%, and Djokovic won 8 of the 15, which is 53%, just above average. So if we take Federer, his appearance at the net, he is 75% positive at the net. So together there were 59 out of 420 points decided at the net, which is 14% of the match. In total, they played on at 44 net positions, a total of 53 volley, and they were able to step in 9 times, which is 16% of the time the ball comes in your reach, where you're actually able to step into the ball. 14 times they didn't have time to react, 9 times stretching out to get to the ball, 12 times they played on the run to get closer to the net or to the outside to get to the ball. So 66% in that match there was no possibility to shoulder turn and step in, and 9 times became a smash, which is another 70%. So we can say that about 85% of the time there is no time for shoulder turn and stepping in. Even stepping in, which should give you more control and power according to Wilander, is not a guarantee, because in the 9 times they did it, 5 times they lost the point. So I divided the points, or let's say the videos, in 4 categories. One where you can really step in, meaning the ball is within 1 meter of you and you are actually able to step into the ball. 2, you have to stretch to get to the ball. 3, where you are playing on the run. And 4, where you don't have the time to react. Even the 9 points we are watching now, where they could easily step in, they lost 5 of the 9 points and only 2 were direct points. So here we can come to the point, should we keep practicing all the volley time on the shoulder turn and the step in forward, or should we start to practice reaction time to the outside and learning to get the hand or the racket behind the ball, and from there the feeling on how the hand, on how hard to grip the racket and the ability to get the racket in certain angles. For me, it's more important to get behind the ball than to be able to step into the ball. If we see with what speed the ball comes to us, then there is no need to put in extra power. But it becomes more important where to put the ball, and for that, learning to angle the racket becomes more important. Also, practicing to play the volley on the run becomes important, and from there again, learn to angle and feel how much power we should put on the grip. 12. Also, for that, we have to stop asking for 1, firm wrist during the whole stroke, 2, to keep the racket head above the wrist, and 3 to follow or guide the ball towards target. The moment you touch the ball, it's the position of the racket that will decide in which direction the ball goes, and the angle decides how deep, and the strength of the grip will decide how fast or deep the ball returns. So the depth of your ball you can decide by 1. The angle of the racket, or 2. The strength you put on the racket. At BMT we ask to track it with the racket in the forehand, meaning that the first reaction comes out of the hand by turning the tip of the racket to where the ball goes, and from there on the body follows. In the backhand we ask to get the left hand to the ball as you would catch it, and also there the body follows. By doing this video, I hope some people start to think on how important or not important the shoulder turn and stepping in is, and you start to find some different ways to practice the volley. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the video.
Few looks at second serve.
Title.
Bit of a look back there from
Mr. Djokovic is on the golden base.
Just in the.
Slow.
Oh, yes, it's a blow down the line.